If you were a war planner, wouldn't it simply be reasonable to attack the enemy's communication, command and control, and supply lines? Would that not make total sense to you? And is that not now what's happening to all of us in this new war we're all in? It's go time, people, believe it or not. It is also Tuesday, the 12th of January, 2021. You know, Napoleon pointed out the bloody obvious one time when he said an army moves on its stomach. What was he telling you? You can't out-advance your supply lines. You got to stay tight with your supply lines or your army does not go anywhere. The Desert Fox, General Rommel in World War II, kicking the shit out of the Brits in the Afrika Korps. No doubt about it. Until someone, somewhere, shut off his fuel. Panzer divisions do not run well without diesel. And isn't it cool how history has a nasty way of repeating itself and you can learn from it? Okay, I'll leave a link to Christian over there at the Ice Age Farmer. Yeah, look at the censorship today, people. The President of the United States' accounts are terminated. I mean, it's unbelievable. Now, Ice Age Farmer, this may be his last video. He, too, was booted off Twitter. Who are these son of a bitches? Who do they think they are? It's stunning, and it's amazing, and it's unbelievable, and it's becoming absolutely unbearable. Food supply, people. Man, how many times you got to be warned about the food supply? So I'm going to leave a link to Christian's over at Ice Age Farmer's possible last YouTube video. He knows his time is limited. I think all our time is limited. I strongly recommend you watch that one. Okay. It's certain that Trump has signed the Insurrection Act. And it's certain that the art of the deal man, the Donald, has got some negotiating to do with top generals. But I'm not even going to get into this. There is a shortly over an hour-long update from Mike Adams, excuse me, that I will link to. Strongly suggest you watch it or don't. If you want to stay in the fog of war, stay in the fog of war. If you want to stay with your head in the clouds, be my guest. One of Trump's aces, remember previous videos I mentioned he might hold all four of the aces in a deck, comes to my attention courtesy of Mike King. And it's so fitting right now because what are we talking about? We are talking about the censorship of the very President of the United States. All right, let's just start out with some headlines on January 10th, 2021. New York Times, Democrats ready impeachment charge against Trump. New York Times, running out the clock on Trump is cowardly and dangerous. Fox, Colin Powell calls for Trump's resignation as quickly as possible. The New York Times, impeach and convict right now. Trump is too dangerous to leave in office for even another minute. My. They don't want to run out the clock, huh? What, we got 8 days left? What is the threat? Well, I think things are brewing on the horizon very fast, and they know it. I think they're scared as hell. Let me point this out to you, courtesy of Mike King over at the Real History Channel. On January 7th, 2021, the Federal Communications issued an enforcement advisory. Here it is, to quote, "The Emergency Alert System, EAS, is a national public warning system that enables the President to communicate via live audio transmission to the public during a national emergency. EAS participants must transmit presidential messages during national emergencies. The Enforcement Bureau of the Federal Communications Commission issues this enforcement advisory to remind broadcasters, cable television operators, wireless cable operators, wireline video service providers, satellite digital audio radio service providers, and direct broadcast satellite providers one of their obligations to comply with the EAS rules, including ensuring that EAS alerts are accessible to persons with disabilities." Still reading in their emergency alert system announcement, below we highlight EAS participants' obligations and identify measures to improve the dissemination and accessibility of EAS alerts. January 7th. Now, was that just a routine advisory coincidentally issued by the FCC? Which the Federal Communications Commission is chaired by Trump soldier Ajit Pai. At such a precise and decisive moment in history as this? I mean, is this just a coincidence, people? That you are now informing all the censoring mainstream media, satellite radio providers, internet providers that, hey, by law, and we're going to enforce it. You must carry the president's message in an emergency situation. Is not the Insurrection Act an emergency situation? Well, I say it is, people. Okay, enough of that stuff. I'm going to keep these short because I know your attention spans are short. And I got stuff to do today. I haven't even run the dogs yet. Does the name Martin Niemöller ring any bells? Well, once again, a figure from history. Martin Niemöller, a former U-boat commander from World War I, and his famous poem. You remember this? I'll give you the first few lines. First they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. This ringing any historical bells, people? Ever heard this one? Let me give you the final line. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. Yeah, that's the way it is, people. You can love or hate, you can agree or disagree, but if the powers that be can stop and strip the rights of any one of us, we all lose those rights. Because rights, I said, and I'll say it again, are like muscles. Use them or lose them. Can't you guys see that? Either you got to come up to the front lines or support those of us that are up there. Yeah, that's me, your ever-flexible, most fluid, humble messenger on the wall. Do I have to remind you? Who also moonlights as a freelance investigator with action-packed expense account. On the wall, people. We need some help out here. So what have I been doing to help myself? Well, I've been working with bar owners in the community. We got to get some shekels in this operation. Can't do it alone. I'm not asking to support my livelihood. I'm not asking you to buy me new guns or send me on vacation. No. Legal expenses. They're going to be expensive, and it must be done. Does justice still live in America? Hey, there's one way to find out. Okay, so, and I did get a hold of the governor's office. Quick to respond in the procedure for asking the governor for a pardon. Problem is, what a drawn-out, laborious proposition that's going to be. Holy smokes. I see why governors don't pardon too many people. You're going to have a lawyer just get through the paperwork on this thing. Now, I'm just wondering if I quit calling Governor Doug Burgum the Governor Doug Gates. Maybe we could have that beer summit. Maybe he'll just come around and say, you know what, Dave, you're a good old man. Yeah, you're flexible, you're fluid, you're humble. I think I'll just dismiss some charges against you. Even if he does, people, and don't hold your breath, it's still got to be appealed. And the feds still need to be brought in. So, I got that much going for me. The transcript has been requested from the July 29th trial. And I see the Minot Daily wants to talk to me and see what's going on and what things are planned for the sentencing and afterwards. So, as usual, plenty of stuff to do, people. I hope this wasn't too garbled. I'm going to leave two links. One is to the Ice Age farmer, possibly his last. Communications, it's under attack. Food is under attack. Remember, Napoleon. Bloody obvious. An army moves on its stomach. People, take them shekels you got. Buy something you need. Buy something you need. Now, that's pretty selfish, but do it. Do it for yourself. Nobody else will. All right, people. Things to do. Oh, God, I got to go back to work today. Oh, it just hit me. I'm going to go enjoy the dark winter out there at the clusterfuck. You guys have a good day.